Charlie, everything cool?
Everything good.
It's
man.
been a while, bro. Charlie, I beg, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Charlie. Yeah, we are good.
Yeah,
I am Daniel Nartey,
yeah,
an artist from Accra, Ghana here,
yeah,
born in the region.
yeah,
Been practicing for quite numerous of years now,
yeah,
at least more than a decade.
yeah,
And, you know, in and out of the city, a little bit outskirts of the city, always around, uh, just enjoying art
Enjoying art.
and the whole arts environment or the industry.
Yeah.
I think that's basically, I think the few stuff I can just talk about.
Yeah.
Yes, I know as we go deeper,
Yeah, we go talk
we'll
more.
eventually dig deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Daniel Nartey, that's Daniel Nartey as an artist. How did that start?
Oh yeah, every artist will always say they are started from childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been the same.
Yeah.
And from primary level, be making art to the GSS level, be making art. But I loved other stuffs also. I love the science, archaeology, anthropology, all of those small stuff. I was a little bit exposed to watching TV and watching the history from, I think, the Nat Geo.
Yeah, Nat Geo. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So it always takes you to the Egyptian art, the Baroque time. So, I was from school, I ran home. Fortunately, if I switch on the TV, there's something showing on art. I'm always drawn to it. Getting some big encyclopedia, just looking at, those books have drawings rather than pictures.
Yeah.
So, it kept moving me in and out. And I was like, okay, what should I choose best? Should it be science? Should it be art? Should it be archaeology? Should it be social, study? And I was also thinking of what I could eventually do very simple and I wouldn't think of too much. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to the high school. I have to select something. And, all this anthropology and all of this, you can't do them from high school. So I chose art. And, fast forward, went to art. The school wasn't doing painting. I wanted to leave. I tried every possible means, take a transfer. It wasn't possible because they were doing leather rather than painting.
Oh, yeah.
So, this is a story. I'm saying it again. This is the second podcast I'm saying. And I left the school, came back. I couldn't go to the school I wanted. So I came back and the headmaster, look at you. You want to leave the school. Now you're back again. So and so. Back to the leather again, I didn't like. But, then before the high school, I was painting a little, making paintings and all those stuff from these movies, The King and I, the old Eddie Murphys, and Coming to America, some of all of those old school movies. I look at a character in there, I paint them. So high school, I did leather, graphics, and the reading, the history. And, I was doing small geographies aside because I was quite good here. So my teachers would take me to join some of the arts, the people reading the art. And, we write some few exams. Though I wasn't there, but they just swing me in the classes. So, fast forward, finish high school. The same letter work I didn't like, I passed it better than anything. And that was the first time the teacher who has been teaching for a decade, that's the first time somebody passes exams with the first A. So I was like, he's God. You wanted to leave the school. But now look, back, and you are the same person that gave me the A. So, after that, after school hours, my teachers who does graphics and all of those stuff, gives me work and I've been doing and I paint aside.
Yeah.
So after that, I think, be mastering the course at home, painting, learning about it. I think I visited one of these roadside street artist studios to learn more. And now I enrolled at Ghana College of Art and Design. Then, I focused more on the painting. So, fast forward, came out and practicing, finding myself, experimenting, and going to studio again, trying to master the skill.
Yeah.
So the life of Cornelius Slim Arno, sorry, the Slim isn't there, but
yeah, it's now
Slim
known.
is
Yeah.
his nickname. So sorry, I'm adding it to it. I went to his studio, spent like a year or maybe more. From school, when we close, me and some of my colleagues go to his studio.
Yeah.
And after school, we'll be visiting the studio.
Mm-hmm.
So, been learning from what he does. Sometimes do like this, do like that, add these colors, do this, do that. And eventually I became friends with Kwesi Boche. And also there, mastering the skill, helping me out like a studio assistant. And, it grew more and, we grew from there and we became the artists we are today.
Became the artist you are today. And you and I have been, we've gone way back and all that. And I realized that your artwork stand out a lot. I can tell, okay, this is your artwork by the way, the colors you use, even the medium, the type of artworks you do. What inspired the blue color?
Yeah, so I think genetically the Kandangwe people have always been a coastal type of people.
Yeah.
And we have always dwelled around the sea, around the sea.
Yeah.
So, and I think, sorry, let me go spiritual. I think some of the deities are always, our deities we always used to worship. Yeah. Are always from the sea. So, I think it forms part of us already. It
forms part of us, yeah, exactly.
We have that thing. In migration, we moved along the coast. And traditionally, there's a lot of beads that comes in blue colors that we use, and we are known with beads. Yeah. And we have the beach culture, and we have a lot of blue beads. Yeah. So I think it's part of us already. But for me, I always feel like as human beings, as we are universal human beings. Exactly. A man from here is the same man from any part of the world. In that case, the same thing that runs through us runs through everybody. Yeah. And that is water, that is life. So in that sense, I feel like using blue to represent that. Yes.
Yeah, so it represents the whole things we have in common and all that, the universal aspect of it. That'd be nice. So you're one of the few artists I know you've had the opportunity to exhibit your works in different spaces, right? In and outside of the country. What's the experience like?
Experience has been good.
Yeah.
And there are times we learn a little stuff. Yeah. Being ups and downs. Yeah. And stuff doesn't work like you always want them to work. Yeah. But then again, I've gone into the level that I feel like you are not supposed to complain, but you're rather, as an artist, you always need experiences to always learn from. Yeah. To make even curate works out of them. Yeah. So it has been good so far. I'm not saying downside because as humans as we are too, perfection is always on our side. And as artists as we are, we hate perfection.
This year, right? You traveled to do some residencies. How did that go?
Yeah, it was well. First time in the gallery space. Yeah. And, a bigger space. Exactly. And working and as an assistant to one Dutch artist. So it was just a good experience. So a very good one. I would say it's a good one.
You went to Rotterdam, right? Because I saw that in Rotterdam you go.
And lucky for me, I was there at Rotterdam Art Week.
Oh, so it's even better. You met. Oh yeah.
I happened to meet a lot of art activities.
Yeah.
Went to some few galleries. Had some VIP pass. So yeah. And then went to the art fair, saw a lot of spaces and the arts. A lot of art outside and what artists are doing, and some processes, and so Charlie, was crazy and it was nice.
What do you think? Like, you see how what do you think we need in this country to be able to, they have a lot of museums, get a lot of galleries, they have a lot of opportunities for artists to even exhibit their works and other things. Looking at the experiences you've had there, what do you think can be transferred into our part of the world where we can make things better for artists such as you and I, and even the younger ones come in? And what do you think we need?
I think diversity is always important. Yeah. As we always need to embrace that culture
Mm-hmm.
of we not just narrowing everything we are doing, but space it out.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, you know, the industry will look very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, and even here in Ghana, most of the arts institutions and houses are all centered in one place.
True.
But we
And
need to spread and
mm,
curate a lot of new
yeah.
spaces, and they can be far east, west, north,
Mm-hmm.
south.
Yeah.
So it's worth it when you travel
When
to
you
the north.
travel
There's a lot
across,
of places you need to go.
mm-hmm.
Shout out to Ibrahim Mahama
He's
for
doing
putting
that.
up
Yeah.
his space there, and we need to have all of we need to have spaces like this
Yeah.
out there. And I think our I will not play to the government,
Mm.
but as the artists guild, I don't know, I'm not sure we have some of these groups here,
Mm-hmm.
but as artists as we are, we need to form some type of associations
Yeah.
and guilds and
Yeah.
some corporations that we can always apply for some of these funds
Oh, yes.
to build some of these spaces,
Yeah.
because then we don't, even the art we as we do, as painting, whatever we do, you own them, but again, you don't own them. Time also own them. Generations coming owns them.
Mm-hmm.
So we do some of these spaces, we don't get to own them anymore. It becomes part of the community, and
Community.
it's spaces for people to go to get new informations, to
Yeah.
learn,
Yeah.
to get to know about art, its history,
Yeah.
practitioners,
Yeah.
artists. So yeah, we need all of these few stuff to really make Ghana, the art industry, a bigger space.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Talking about, you just made mention that we need to be able to expand our horizon, not
Mm,
necessarily put in a certain locality, right? That brings me to your you doing an what do you call it, a residency in Kumasi,
mm,
right? That was recent, and I'm
mm.
sure, like, tell us a little bit about that. How did
Yeah,
that go?
the name of the residency is called Odan Lab,
Okay.
and I think it's a an outlet of Project Kumasi.
Mm.
Yes,
I've been seeing that a lot. This is Project
Project,
Kumasi,
yeah,
yeah.
Project Kumasi is, yes. So the my time at Odan Lab was really fascinating
Mm.
or crazy or really nice,
Yeah.
because my first time in Kumasi,
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, and
nice.
I loved it, and always wanting to visit Kumasi, and
Yeah.
now I'm there
Yeah.
to make work.
Yeah.
And lucky for me, I've been able to absorb the space
Yeah.
and made work out of my experience
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and everything was really nice. We did a 1 month residency. I did
Mm.
1 month
Yeah.
residency, showed there, and the space I did show, that was almost like their first time having like a big, or like such an
Established.
exhibition.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So in that sense, it's good for the space,
Yeah.
and it was good for me to
Yeah.
also having being the person to also let that happen,
Yeah.
and new people getting to know about the Odan Lab,
Mm-hmm.
the residency, the works we did. So it was quite amazing, you know, going to town, visiting spaces, the museum, the I visited one another museum at the Kumasi Culture Center,
Mm. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and the museum at the Mencha Palace. So,
Valencia Palace
it
too.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, I had the chance to
Yeah.
visit some artists, some colleague artist studios.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Hassan. All this time, I've been going to Hassan's studio to
Mm.
most of the frameworks and the finishing we did to the work. We did it at his studio, the
Mm.
workshop there,
Yeah.
and had chance to visit some of these KNUST artists who
Mm.
are graduating the end of
Mm-hmm.
year
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
exhibitions they
Yeah.
were doing.
Faculty and all that. Yeah.
I've had chance to see artists and their works and explore town. So
Mm.
it was
It
amazing.
was nice. It was nice.
It was
Yeah.
amazing.
I know you have an upcoming exhibition, right?
Mm, mm,
What's it about? And can you tell us a little bit about how that started and what's
mm.
going to be and is there going to be more artists? Is there a solo exhibition and all that?
Yes. So the show, I think it was in 3 phases.
Mm-hmm.
And so we toured. The residency happened in Kumasi.
No, I'm talking about your.
Yeah.
Okay, you're coming back.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
sorry,
coming
sorry.
back. So
Yeah.
we did a show, the first show in Kumasi,
Mm-hmm.
the AA Gallery,
Yeah.
and we are touring Accra,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll take it to Lagos. So this upcoming artist is part of this
Yeah.
Odan Lab initiative
Yeah.
where we showed in Kumasi, we are showing in Accra.
Yeah.
So the Accra show kicks off this new month.
Yeah.
Happen somewhere 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it's happening at East Legon residence just behind the the AH Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
is everybody invited?
Yeah, yeah, it's an open show.
Okay.
And we are running that to the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are running the show to the end of the month. Yes, so it is more like an experimental show because an experimental space also.
Yeah.
For just people getting to also know the space.
Yeah.
And also getting to be part of the work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because the work also has. So we titled the show Nyaminsa.
Nyaminsa, okay.
Yes, so it speaks volume where, for me as an artist, I feel the hands of this earth are the trees on which, the trees of this earth. And so that is the hands of this earth. So the more we cut these trees, the more we are cutting these hands.
Oh, so it even has an environmental message to it in that sense, right?
And I think as human beings as we are, there's always that thing that brings us together.
Yes.
And trees has always been part of that.
Talking about trees, I recently went to Kakum. You go the Kakum forest, right? The fresh air is different. The fresh air in that sense, you can feel like you're breathing in something nice. That's how important trees are to us. Like it's so different. And it's rather unfortunate. Even look at Labadi. Back in the day, you remember there used to be a lot of trees here. They've cut them all out. We don't even have. Accra used to have a lot of trees. There's nothing like that.
So so just like you're saying, it is really important for us.
It is really important.
Know that trees are like lives and just important. Just like the earth is.
Yes.
If we humans are not important, I think because I think God made everything before planted human being in it. And biblically, human beings are placed in the garden where there are trees.
There are trees and everything.
So I think the trees then becomes your canopy, your shelter, your guardian.
Yeah.
Rather than you thinking we have the authority over them. I think they have authority because trees even grow taller.
Yeah.
So in that sense, they are like the monitors to us.
And they give us life, huh?
My time in Kumasi, coming to why I made works on the trees, the environment. My time in Kumasi, I was seeing a lot of the heavy duty trucks, the long vehicles, transporting logs.
Yeah.
On that whole, we are always in Accra, we always hear the timbaka. Timbaka is almost like a phrase on the internet.
Yeah.
Because you see timbaka driving in a traffic and there's taxi and sometimes the logs fall on cars in Kumasi. We're hearing all of this stuff. So I went there and saw the timbaka. I'm like, no way. Like, we are losing part of us that we will never get it anymore. Because, we are killing identity, history. There's a lot we are killing.
Yeah.
Because these trees represent a lot for us.
Yeah.
There are trees named, there are places named, the names of places are names of trees.
Yeah.
So now that the world is changing, we are into the contemporary world, and we cut out that tree. Now we lose the symbolism of the place.
Yeah.
Because we have places that are Odumase.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where is Odum now? I'm not sure you know. We cut it. So what represents the town?
Yeah.
Yes. And back in the day, people do sit under these trees, and that is one of the communal space that brings people together.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's almost like a hand that brings people. So
and also back if you go to a typical Ghanaian household, right, there's always a tree in the
There's
household.
always a tree
Like
that your
it's
father
part of,
sits under.
yes,
That holds community.
it's part of identity.
We didn't used to have halls.
No,
we
no,
used
no.
to have that spaces that people do go
You
and
go,
sit
the
under.
family around sit under.
So I saw that and I feel like no, I need to talk about it in my work. Yes. So that is so that's what the work talks about. So I hope people pass by and enjoy the space. I think before we go on your next show, by then the location, the actual location will come out.
Definitely we'll put it out.
To you and
we'll put it out.
Yeah.
I think it's very important that you're actually talking about the importance of or the relations we have with tree in terms of tradition and everything, because you can go all the way back to our ancestors.
Good.
All these things where like if you look at any type of history in terms even family history, you go all the way, there's a tree there that talks about our lineage. Either we put our we either pour a libation there or do certain things. There's a tree there, and we are losing that type. I was walking around, right? If you walk around the old neighborhood, every house there's a tree there.
There is.
But the modern Ghanaian house is mostly not that. We like even look at it's just cement and
cemented floor,
or tiles and all that. We forget
concrete communities we are building today.
Yes, we are not adding the element of our trees, which also helps purify the environment. Take away all the toxins.
I feel as artists we need to represent time.
We do
time
that.
We find ourselves. Whatever. We need to talk about situations that happening.
We need to use our medium to
express
them.
These stories. Exactly. So that is what my project was about. So happy to share here,
and
happy to show it in Accra, and happy people will come and see the works and get the message.
Definitely. Let me. We are concluding, by the way. So you've been in the industry for long, and I've seen you fortunately, you've been able to see success in certain levels of the field, right? If let's say a young artist comes to you, it's like, oh, Daniel, what do I do? What kind of advice would you give me to be able? I know from where you sit now, you can see things you would have done differently coming up. Like, okay, maybe if I use this path, if I use that path, because you have experience now, you know where you've been and all that. What advice would you give young artists coming up?
I think the originality always is key.
Yeah.
And one thing we always need to remember is if you want to be an artist, it's almost like you'll be a prophet or like a chosen spiritual personality.
So it's deeper than painting.
It's deeper than just painting or sculpture or whatever, because it is something that you need to hold, and you're almost like a keeper, like a gate, like a keeper of the community where you find yourself.
Yeah.
Because this is you talk about stories, personal, social stories that you put through your work, and you educate people, you champion those stories. So if you're a young artist, I think you need to stay original. Your first style or your first application, whichever way your art comes out, I think you need to build upon it rather than getting
following
influence and following somebody's and learning from someone. I think if you want to find yourself in somebody's studio to champion or to really grow your art, I think it should be in a way that would rather grow you personally rather than learning to be like someone. So originality is key. You need to know that the industry or art as it is very spiritual. So whatever benefits comes to it, maybe spiritual, will not be physical. So the physical success story you may look out for will be on the blind side, because you may not be able. Sorry, I think to be an artist, you need to know you'll be rewarded more personally, spiritually, emotionally, rather than physically seeing all the money because your works are going to be bought. No.
Yeah. So that means your message is the message is important. The message is important, and I like the way you made mention that if you want to be an artist, you're more like a messenger in that sense, right? If you look at even our history, right? Look at our forefathers, the way even like our history was mostly it's oral history. So we're telling our stories in our writing, in our sculptures, and everything, right? And these are where we keep we tell messages to the next generation. We keep our culture. We keep even all the you can go leave Ghana, go outside, look at the Renaissance times, right? The people that were giving the messages out in terms of trying to portray messages of even religion in that sense, where the Da Vinci's and all these people, right? They are the custodians of what do you call it? Preserving these history, culture, and other things, right? And it looks like people forget that aspect of what the importance of what art can be, or what the creative sense can be. And your message is like you should go back to that, and which is I think it's very important. If people understand that, if it will even make you sell more because you're original.
Yeah, originality is important.
The more you think about how original and how intentional you are, the more like you get to understand it, you appreciate it more. And because if you come from a place like Charlie Adihongo, if you're hungry, then don't do it.
If you're hungry, you can't do art.
No.
Yeah, if you're hungry.
If that's what you are thinking about, your stomach, then go do something else.
You can still do art and flourish, but I think the world or the earth will still find a way to expel you because
it's giving you a gift. You have to use it too.
Because you haven't stayed true, you haven't been impactful.
Yeah.
Because your art needs to be really make an impact, project something.
Yeah.
But so it is what it is. So
it is what it is.
As artists, we need to stay original and be very important or be relevant to the community or wherever we find ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, bro. Charlie, this is it. Thank you very much for coming, bro.
Charlie, thank you, man.
Charlie.